It was the defense's turn to grill the man who allegedly set up the couple accused of attempting to smuggle $2 million worth of ice into Guam. And as PNC's Jolene Toves reports, the defense says he was set on creating a crime rather than deterring one.
Entrapment, coercion, and a setup characterizes the case against Raymond Martinez and Juanita Moser. At least that is what the defense believes. With Henry Alvendia on the stand, Martinez's attorney, Peter Perez, set out to establish grounds that Alvendia intended to create a crime rather than deter one. Alvendia testified that he sought out the defendants under the guise of needing help to service a scooter. But according to the defense, that was just a cover story. His true intent was to, quote, set up Martinez and Moser. As you may recall, Alvendia previously testified that he was contacted by federal law enforcement officers to make good on a plea agreement that he signed with the government for his actions as a corrupt Customs and Quarantine agent. At the time, Alvendia confirmed that he was asked, quote, if he knew of anything going on, end quote. Last Friday, Alvendia testified that is when he told the federal agents about Martinez and Moser, further offering to reestablish contact with the couple as he was sure they would bring up the conversation about drugs again. Perez focused on communications between Alvendia, Martinez, and Moser made between May 2015 and June 2015. First, Perez went through the records, having Alvendia confirm each of the calls, which totaled 32 calls or attempted calls. While Alvendia could recall one instance in which the mention of a drug name was made, as Perez pointed out, none of the calls make any mention of methamphetamine or drugs. Alvendia confirmed this, as well as confirming that the couple was unaware they were being recorded and unaware that Alvendia was working for the feds. Interestingly, when asked, quote, you never told Raymond Martinez that you were setting him up, correct? End quote, Alvendia responded, correct. It is alleged that Alvendia was working undercover as an informant for federal authorities, and during this time, he, Martinez, and Moser devised an elaborate scheme to smuggle 8 pounds of methamphetamine into the island concealed in 5-gallon buckets of rock salt. While the prosecution is arguing that Martinez and Moser were inclined to commit the crime, alleging that they had already bought 10 pounds of ice, which was sold in California, and the money stashed. The defense maintains that Alvendia is a protected, corrupt government official that was setting up the defendant so that his prison sentence could be reduced. Reporting for PNC News, I'm Jolene Toves.